Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I am here for the grind. Hopefully you are as well. Yeah, that's literally the extent. Just starting up the infinite streaks, nothing too crazy. All bears well. I will maybe open up a Cavalier at the end of today. Still kind of feeling a little cocked by the triple 3-star Cav pull. I feel like Kabam owes me a little bit, but I should be saving my units for content progression. That's not going very well, to be honest. So I just need to hope that $200 falls from the sky with the words content on it. How's it going, Harry? Getting your grind on for Marvel? The arena? Yeah, those qualifying statements were necessary. Ooh, let's see. New one today, Punjabi. It's going good, man. Got you with that fist bump. It's going pretty good. It's nice to be here on what feels like a Monday, but is blessedly a Thursday. Wow, I almost said Friday. That's not embarrassing. I'm not tired. You don't need units for content progression. You know what, Solar Flare? You're absolutely right. 100%. And I'm actually thinking about, it's one of the reasons why I've been so liberal with my units. I'm thinking about jumping into Act 6.1 and giving it an itemless go. So that might happen sometime soon. How's it going, Joe Mama? How are you doing? Did you have work today as well? Probably not get all the milestones, but I'm going to grind when you can. Yeah, Harry, that's really the way to do it. It's best to just take it non-stressed. You know, do what you can. If you can push the milestones, you can. If you can't, you know, grab what you can. And then just not stress it, really. Once you've got your good spread going, you know, after that, it really doesn't matter. You know? Ooh, Sam, that's rough. The only positive thing I have to say about Magneto is he is core in the whole like mutant crit team. So if you're like using Namor to potion farm, I think there are other couple champions who use mutant meme team for potion farming. So that's like one benefit there. Joe Mama, let's see. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say you pulled Doom. Did you pull Doom? And if it wasn't Doom, it was Mr. Fantastic. 100%. Those are my two guesses. Driving out Chicago towards North Carolina. NC stands for North Carolina, I think. I'm terrible at geography, Punjabi. But are you going out there for family or something? You got a wedding or maybe an event? Hopefully positive things. Solar Flare. 10,000 units is a lot for Abyssal Legends. That's definitely should be enough. Especially if you're going to wait till you have Aegon duped. Aegon seems like he saves a lot of people some units. Mama, yeah, I mean, you're probably, what, it's probably like negative 18 right now for you. So you're out there while it's still quite a bit cold. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Harry. You've been practicing using Ghost without Wasp. Ooh, I am so glad to hear that, dude. Like, it's really satisfying to hear someone say that they're making that push, because Ghost without Wasp, like, once you can get it and you can do it, like, fairly consistently, as long as it's not, like, in war, it feels really good. So, congratulations, and it's nice to hear that you've gotten through 2 quests fairly well. And I'm gonna tell you, like, honestly, as confident as I am with Ghost, it still makes me uncomfortably nervous to use Ghost without Wasp. So you know, I know where you're coming from. Punjabi, respect to you if driving is your job. That is that's something I've thought about. I just can never do it. It's just it's so much, and I have a bad case of road rage in general. It wouldn't go well for me, but my brother, he got his CDL, and he went into driving for a living. He did that for quite a while until one of the managers for the company he was driving for was like, you shouldn't be a driver, you should be a salesman, and now he's a salesman. you know. But after he became a salesman, he was like, the money's better, but the stress is so much higher as a salesman. So sometimes he wishes he could go back, but trade-offs in the world. When the 6-star featured, I pulled Black Panther. Ooh, Chomama. That hurts, dude. All I can do is hope that Black Panther is the champion they buff in accompaniment with Hulkbuster, because that's just rough. 565 your Emma Frost to feel better. That's definitely a good thing to do, I would say. Probably the best kind of a situation you could be in there, really. I don't even have a 5-star Emma Frost, so hopefully that makes you feel better by comparison. Yeah, Joe Mama, I'm like, even when I used to drive like 5 minutes to work, I still hated that 5 minutes, so it's a whole different world. Harry, yeah. A bad pull, any kind of bad pull, especially when you've been anticipating it, can really burn people out. Like, the number of people I know who have just like rage quit for a couple of days because of a bad pull, it's in the teens. It's not a lot, but it's in the teens. It's a pretty reasonable amount of people, considering I only have knowledge of so many people in the game. But I would be lying to say if like I haven't had bad pulls and I've put the game down. Bad pulls will push me into Apex Legends, they'll push me into League of Legends, but I still keep coming back. So you got that crystal anxiety eventually, if you're not getting lucky, and it hurts. How's it going, America 36? What was your second 6-star? Was it a Black Panther as well? Joe Mama, Daredevil Netflix is getting a buff. I thought that was Hulkbuster who got the confirmed buff. I haven't heard anything about Daredevil Netflix getting one. Yeah, Joe Mama. I think Harry's account is younger than yours, so it feels even worse, until you start getting your first few insane pulls. Wow, Doctor Strange as a second 6-star pull. Trying to think of anything positive to say, and I'm falling a bit short. So that's rough. Doctor Strange, definitely not one of the better 6 stars. Black Panther's got some decent value, right? He's a bleeder. He hits relatively hard. He's good in arena. Doctor Strange doesn't even feel good in the arena. So I don't have anything really positive there. Thought he was getting one as well. Maybe not. He might be, Joe Mama. I could be wrong. I know they're going to buff 2 champions when they buff Hulkbuster. That's kind of their MO. I just don't know who the second one is, but they might have released information and I could have just forgotten and or overlooked. It's not an uncommon thing. How's it going, the center? Welcome to the grind of arena. Just, gotta clarify. This one hurt the most because, as you know, my 5-star log has not been the best. I'm trying to get back up, though. Yeah, Harry, it'll come. It will come with time. You just gotta stay strong. I actually say it'll come with time, but it totally might not. But, you just gotta remember, watch my 4-star uncollected completion push and just recognize that, for a long while, 4 stars is where you live in the world of rank ups, there's nothing wrong with that. Those 4 stars are going to get you so far. Do absolutely amazing things. True, when I pulled my Corvus, I haven't really put it down since. Yeah, Joe Mama, 1 champ, and that's it. Whole game completely changed. Went ahead and finished leveling my 6-star Guillotine. She's in top 4. Ooh, it's nice when a 6-star gets there. For a lot of people, it's crazy how far they blow up. I don't really like having 6 stars in my top 5 personally, just because it makes me feel like they're unearned. But, that perspective is different for everybody. Ryan Wonka, I'm going to say it that way. It might be pronounced differently. No, 5-star Namor Unduped is not rank 4 worthy. for the most part. There's definitely some situations I can see where he might be, but for the most part, I would not. And personally, I don't recommend ranking up a Namor past rank 3 unless you have him awakened and max sigged. And even then, I feel like you should have him awakened, max sigged, and be running suicides, because you're really losing out on so much if you're not running all of that. The center, do I have any idea why Sunspot's score was so low? I can only think of a couple things. So, like, one, he's not that hot of a 4-star. That's why, like, originally I had predicted him being low in general. So, like, his utility as a 4-star, it's just not really there, right? Incinerate immune, you got big damage, and perfect block. But, like, perfect block doesn't come into play until higher tier content, so the 4-star, not really doing anything for you. Incinerate immune doesn't really come into play until higher content, so 4-star, not really doing anything for you. And then big damage, you know, there's plenty of other champions that have big damage. So I feel like in that regard, a 4-star Sunspot's just not very highly sought after. Mix that with like the emergence of rank 3 6-stars, and we very quickly start seeing people stop caring about 4-stars. So that could help as well. So yeah, I would say it's probably a series of all of that. Not to mention like his awaken ability, completely unnecessary. So you got all the small population of people who would like push to dupe him as well. Not happening. I thought he'd go for at least like 1.8 again, but unfortunately I duped my Sunspot, which is unfortunate because I really did not want to. So nothing official though. You know, I would need to see stats from Kabam to get farther than that, you know? The most recent 6 5-star polls were Rhino, Jugs, Iron Patriot, Iron Man, Kingpin, and Claire. America 36, if you're sitting on one God tier / demigod tier and above 5-star poll out of 6, I'd say you're doing better than average. I feel like a lot of people go really, really long. My first decent 5-star poll, I think, was like my 5th or 6th 5-star. Like I said, I'd say until you have about 20 to 35 stars, 4 stars is where you live. Don't be afraid to max rank a God tier 4 stars. They're absolutely amazing. Harry, you can sell your Namor and Call starting February 10th, I believe on game reset. And then you'll have 14 days to do so. Yeah, my best chance was maxed out Ultron, so it was hard to stay motivated till I pulled Corvus. Ooh, Joe Mama. Yeah, Ultron. At least he's got value as an Alliance Quest taxi if you're running Suicide Masteries. That's it. That's all I got. That was the extent of my optimism on Ultron. Hey, America, I really, really appreciate that. You're making me feel all warm and tingly. I really do. I try to stay optimistic because that's what I like to watch. I think Idealist is really who I steal that from. Idealist and Brian Grant. So I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad I can help you get through. And don't be afraid to come in and complain and get a dose of optimism. I'm always happy to provide. It was really nice. Last year, 2019, you got Captain Infinity War, Corvus, Venom, and Quake in a row. Yeah, see, that's it. Like, if you're feeling like, hey, my luck is bad, all you got to do is just remember that there comes a streak. Players will just streak God tier, God tier, God tier, God tier, and like that's it. That's the whole game for them. And then they're starting to they stop complaining about not having God tier champions, and they start complaining about not having rank up resources, and that's how Kabam keeps you perma hooked. It feels crazy, man. Kush provides me optimism. Okay, Julian. Fair enough. I cannot deny the effect of Kush, especially if it's good Kush. So, yeah, America. With that four pulls like that in a row, you're definitely doomed for quite a while. Ooh, the center. Good stuff. Good luck with that. and let me know how it goes. Hopefully better than the first two. So, but if you're pulling up on your third 5-star of the center, if I were you, I would hype your premium hero crystals and your 4-star crystals. I think that, you know, it's really easy to see 5 stars, like, because a lot of YouTube content these days, it's all about the 5 and 6 stars. That's all you ever hear about. But, you know, don't underrate 4 stars, you know? 5 and 6 stars don't take over the game until you're pushing Cavalier Act 6, you know? Even Variant 4 stars are just absolute gods. They do crazy, crazy amounts of things. So if you're only pushing your third 5-star, right now, I would hype 4 stars. God tier 4-star pulls. Corvus Glaive. Like, I'll give you an idea of how OP I think Corvus Glaive is. I'm considering not using the 4-star Corvus Glaive in my 4-star only runs of the Uncollected event because I think he's too strong, and I think it just makes it boring. Like, that's how OP Corvus Glaive is. So, you know, don't underrate 4 stars. They're a whole different kind of value, you know? I mean, don't overrate them, you know? Don't go ranking up a 4-star Ant-Man to max rank, but, you know, you're sitting on one of the god tiers. They definitely got good value. Julian, I might have already said it, but hey, I did mean to say hi as well. What really made me mad is I got Namor on my second account same day I got Iron Patriot on my main. Brutal. That's just reason number 1 not to have an alt, man. It just feels bad. It just feels so bad. Almost makes you want to switch accounts. Which one's your main? Ooh. Harry, did you use the Thing meme team? I haven't done it, but I've heard really, really good things about Thing meme team and Variant. / I've seen some really good things. Enough for me to recommend it to everybody I get the chance. And then I'm guessing you use the Gladiator Hulk on that, I think it's like Chapter 2 quest, where the Gladiator Hulk is boosted. The one with Starburst. Ooh, nice, the center. Night Thrasher dupe's not bad either. The center, you don't need Thing's Awakened ability for questing. Excuse me. It's helpful. It has some value. The Awakened ability is going to help you take reduced damage. If you're running Suicides, it's going to help you mitigate recoil if done properly. But as far as like when people refer to like the whole Thing meme team or Thing cheesing through like Variant and stuff, you don't need him Awakened at all. So, just good information to have out there. Four-star Captain Marvel movie worth a rank 4 and a Cosmic Awakening gem, or should I wait for Medusa and Hyperion? Emiliano, if you have Nick Fury, then Captain Marvel movie is worth it as a 4-star, and she's worth both. But I just want to make sure that I put like a nice disclaimer here that one, the 4-star value of Captain Marvel movie is not nearly as good as a 5-star value. Because, like, it really comes down to bursting through your fights. And, like, even ramped up the 4-star, you're going to feel like you're going to want more out of it. 3-star Nick Fury is sufficient, Emiliano. I believe, just double check that you're getting the synergy. You don't need to use Nick Fury. You're just making sure you're getting the additional second on your binary ignition to keep Captain Marvel movie charged up. And then after that, the Awakened ability, you just got to be careful because I don't know how often that's going to come up into play for a 4-star. It'll help you use Captain Marvel movie for questing, for like getting through like Starburst nodes or degen nodes and that kind of thing. The invulnerability is going to like give you some survivability. But the biggest thing is Captain Marvel movie. To me, she's like Hyperion, where she's really, really reliant on being a big damage output. Like, that's Hyperion, Corvus Glaive. These champions are like, the utility isn't really there. It's mostly just big damage. And so 4 stars does have significantly reduced value for that. But if you have a 3-star Nick Fury, I think that synergy applies for Captain Marvel movie, and you don't have like a fast taxi yet, Captain Marvel movie is still going to be really solid. You're still going to build up to a special 2 and then just blow people up. It just might be like a special 2 plus a couple heavies and a combo. Just a little more than you want, but it's still not bad. That was a really long answer, so hopefully that helps. Just comes down to the rest of your taxis. You duped your 5-star Diablo today. Joe Mama, that's actually, like, as far as dupes go, that's not bad. Diablo needs his dupe, really, in order to have more than just the sustain value that he has. Let's see, his duped ability is decreases the brewing time of his potions by 1 second, and more importantly, increases their duration by 15 to 48%. So, like, you still get the sustain and stuff, but you get just, like, so much of a faster, convenient play with him. So, that's what I would think. As far as new pulls, no luck. I've pulled some new stuff, but they've all been misses. I think my most recent was, like, Angela dupe. Not a fun time. Gladiator Hulk on that node in 1.3, that gives him a huge fury and unstoppable player with it. Yeah, Harry, that's I used my 4-star Gladiator Hulk as well to get through that path. So I feel where you're coming from. I actually max ranked my Gladiator Hulk for that path. 4-star, absolutely awesome. Jay, my second account is halfway through Act 4. I'm trying to get uncollectible before my friend does on his main to make him mad. My second and his main are both same amount away from a 5-star. America, if you're playing a second account for a friend, that's totally different too. You know, a little bit of competition never hurts anyone. Crush it, and I hope you get that uncollected before he does. I hope you push Cavalier before he pushes uncollected. Not because I don't want him to play, just because I think the meme would be funny. Ooh, Harry, you're going to grab your generic back from Call and then rank up Captain Marvel movie for when you eventually push Act 5 100%. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't like Call. I don't value him a lot. And Captain Marvel movie with the invulnerability, it's a little resource intensive, but especially like the higher ranked up she is, if you can end fights before the invulnerability ends, you can use her for like Biohazard and Frostbite. And you can use her for like Starburst and Degens and Bleed nodes and Poison nodes, all that jazz. It's a really, really good time. And just be in mind that she does hit a lot harder when you have Suicides on. So, Emiliano, I'm glad I could hype up Captain Marvel movie for you, and hopefully that helped you make a decision. If you pull a trigger on anyone or you decide to wait, let me know. Let's see. The center. Wait, should I use my Mystic Awakening gem on Scarlet Witch? Yeah, the center. If you have any intention of using Scarlet Witch, I would definitely recommend it. As 4 stars go, it's probably the best use of a Mystic Awakening gem. It's just that sometimes people might wait if they want like a guaranteed utility out of a Mystic. Like maybe you're using Ghost Rider for sustain an Alliance quest like I did. So like personally, I awakened a Ghost Rider over a Scarlet Witch because I needed the sustain to match my Suicide Masteries. Or maybe you really, really want a Nullified champion. Nah, Scarlet Witch fits that bill. Yeah, no, honestly, Scarlet Witch is just like your best option as long as you're not running Suicides. Atom Bomb, 5-star Crossbones. It's not the worst pull. I have some positive notes for you. Is that like Crossbones' ability, defensive ability accuracy reduction is really, really solid. So you start the fight, and like don't get me wrong, I wouldn't bring him up past rank 3, but as a desperation rank up, you get some good value here. So his awaken ability, sorry, not his awaken ability, he has his passive called for each Fury effect on him, Crossbones overpowers his opponent, decreasing their defensive ability accuracy by 22% per Fury. Every time he hits, like, he's a non-crit champion, so he's a good counter to Mr. Sinister, he's a good counter to Nova, he's a good counter to Thing if you have Fury stacked up. You know, just like if you're using him for questing, you can start the fight by dodging backwards and holding block for 2 seconds. This is going to give you 3 Furies, as well as give you offensive power gain, so you can get some big special 1s and special 2s off. And this is going to let you maintain your Furies up to get that defensive ability accuracy reduction. And you can use him to like counter Thing or anybody with like defensive ability accuracy you're worried about. And again, I mentioned that he is a counter for Mr. Sinister, because Crossbones is guaranteed not to crit, so he'll never heal off of you in that regard. Not the best pull, but there is some good value there. My Crossbones will see rank 3 one day, just because he's pretty decent in Arena. Hopefully I helped out a little bit, but you do have my sympathy. Definitely far from the best pull. Second only has 2 5-stars and almost has 6-star. Praise the gifting event. Yeah, that gifting event. I've seen some really low level accounts have 6 stars. How's it going, Daddy Kong? Almost read your name as Diddy Kong. No relation, right? Or maybe you are related. Let's see the center. Your only good mystic is Voodoo, and you just have a Mystic Awakening gem sitting there. So I thought throwing it in for her for the future while inevitably rank her up might be a decent idea. The center, if I had to choose between Voodoo and Scarlet Witch, it just depends on your desire to use Scarlet Witch. Like, Scarlet Witch is definitely one of the best 4-stars in the game, but I personally would use it on Voodoo, because Voodoo is going to give you an option for a poison champ. Very, very rare in the game, and occasionally you need it in the monthly event. He's going to give you guaranteed nullification, which is really nice, solid sustain on a champion, and more importantly, he's going to give you power control. And Scarlet Witch has power control. It's just a little unwieldy, so it's not guaranteed. So I personally value Dr. Voodoo more, but I am biased. I do run Suicides. Daddy Kong, Analytical Master, I'm okay with that. I would prefer to be Analytical Epic, if possible. You know, but if you feel like I'm only Master level, I understand, you know. I know nothing about him. A good counter for Thing is always good. Yeah, Atom Bomb, like I said, you know, all that information comes with, you know, only worth rank 3, but, you know, you can feel comfortably good about bringing him up to rank 3, and not just Thing, because, like, the way Crossbones works as a counter to Thing is essentially when you have 5 Furies active, Thing's rock stacks won't generate, period, like at all. Every time you hit him, not a single rock stack will generate. So as long as you're playing aggressive, you don't have to worry about juggling to 15 rock stacks. But what's important is that it's going to work against everybody with defensive ability accuracy. So that works against Magic. Hers is a defensive ability ability. It's going to work against... I don't remember. There are other good examples, but it's the only one I can think of. I'm pretty sure Crossbones works against Magic. Just be careful, because it is hard to get to 5 and play against her fairly aggressive. America, yeah, I wanted to make a video, but then I did this stream instead, called Are You Feeling the Love? Or Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I wasn't really sure which one, but I opted to just stream instead. Because that Valentine's Day calendar, you know, it's not the worst. I'm always down for free stuff. It could be better, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's progression gated to me. So I'd say, all things considered, it's pretty solid. Oh, the center, yeah. I mean, at that point, you might as well just throw it on Scarlet Witch. Get some free value out of her, you know? I would definitely at that point. Daddy Kong, I'm glad you got the pun. Otherwise, I would have just sounded like an idiot. There we go. Yeah, America T, I agree. I think it looks, you know, it's free stuff. Can't complain. Not to mention, we have another arena coming up sometime soon. You need the boost for uncollected. Also, those shards and fragments help you out heaps. Oh, yeah. I didn't even look at the boosts. I only saw the shards. I think it's like, what, 5 boosts? I heard it on a stream, on Hector's stream. He's streaming Abyss of Legends right now. So, I'm happy to say, for those of you watching, I'll say it probably a couple more times today. that I am officially gonna have scheduled streams. So my streams might extend past these, but from now on, every Monday and Thursday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can expect to find me here. You know, I just wanted to commit to that. I've been streaming a lot, and I decided that while I can't say for sure the rest of the days of the week, I can commit to those 2 days at least. You know, because I know some people have asked like, hey, when are you streaming, or when can I see you? You know, so they can like figure out their schedules / prioritize their time so they can hop in. So I wanted to set that down. You know, I'll still be streaming outside of those 2 days. You know, you can expect me on the first Wednesday of every month, on the weekend occasionally when I stream content and stuff, and maybe even other days of the week for MCOC and chills. But I'm going to commit to Monday and Thursday. The time is a little tentative because I kind of got to figure out what works. So it might shift backwards or forwards depending on how I like the 7:30 to 9 o'clock commitment. But that's the commitment. Thanks, America. I always appreciate the support. I always appreciate the support. Believe it or not, I do watch. I watch the subs. I watch the likes. I read every single comment. You know, I love it. I love this channel. It's a lot of fun. Tazo, how's it going? Hopefully you're grinding. I gotta grind up the units I wasted on Cavalier crystals. Hopefully you're smart and saving yours. A lesson I don't ever learn. A lesson I'll never learn. Oof, I need some water. I guess we're having a staring competition with Iron Man. How's it going, Double P? Jemima, but me being back to work had my unit grind to maybe 300 units this round. Hey, that's not bad. 300 units this early in is definitely pretty solid. Oof, Tazo. Positive things to say about Electra besides I'm sorry. If you put her on Warpath 2, the inverted bleed immunity path and the bleed node, where it gives the opponent bleed debuffs that deal 0 damage, Electra has ability accuracy reduction for the opponent having debuffs. And in that case, it makes her a much more annoying opponent, and a lot of people don't realize that that ability accuracy makes it so they can't get the stun on parry, and you might get some cheeky damage in as a defender with Electra against someone who's like going for the parry, has that 0 damage bleed on them, and doesn't realize that they're not getting the stun. So yeah, that could happen. That's like the extent of my positivity. It does kind of suck. That's kind of a weak 12 5-star, so you have my sympathy. I'm hoping at 12 5-stars, though, that you got at least one demigod or higher. You know? Let's see. Good evening, Double B. These people are... Jay, give you some positivity. Some positivity. I got you with some positivity. Hold on. Did you know that if you go to Google search and you type in cute dogs, all these cute dogs pop up? Look at this one. I'm allergic to dogs. That makes me feel like this one here. This sad one. But they're still really cute. There's your positivity. Your positivity. Because Maybe I misread it. I'm being judged by my wife. I'm just trying to bring some positive energy to the crew. Let's see. Kingpin and Korg are better as defenders when they have their duped, so there is some positivity there. Like, especially as defenders. I'm personally someone who ranks up champions for defenders to an extent. So, you know, there's definitely nothing too bad there. And when you get there, you know, you might not be there yet, but when you get there, you'll be happy they're duped so you can bring them up. Because defense, believe it or not, in Alliance War makes a huge difference. Oh, I'm dead. No. Nice. Managed to recover. Favorite out of the Fantastic Four. I don't know how to pronounce your name. And I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to say, like, Trash? Definitely not trash. Trish? Easily out of the Fantastic Four, my favorite is Invisible Woman. Both in the game for Marvel Contest of Champions and just out of lore. I just really like her abilities. I liked... Oh, I thought you were judging me for my favorite Fantastic Four character. Oh. Okay. Ooh, Mephisto's not a bad 6-star. Rank 5 Captain Marvel movie or Warlock. Daddy Kong, if it's a 4-star, I would do Warlock. If it's a 5-star, ooh, I would do... If it's a 5-star, I would do Captain Marvel movie if she's awakened and Warlock if she's not. Man, can't go wrong with either of those though. Well, from that, 12 Thanos is from Greater Nick Fury is from Legendary Chris. Other than that, Red Hulk and Wasp are good pulls. Ooh, Tazo, yeah, it's rough when you get something worse, but Wasp is still not bad. I'm supposed to let you know, hun, that America here says to tell you you have a super positive husband.
It's spreading.
So she didn't like that.
I mean, you're not wrong, but what's the pun necessary?
Ooh, the center. It's good to have you here. Not for that reason, but it's good to have you here. Yeah, Warlock doesn't need his awakened ability. Even if you have a 4-star Nick, Captain Marvel movie still going to do good work for you. But maybe if you don't have the 5-star Nick, I think I am going to vote with Double P here. Warlock's going to be a better one. He says, I didn't say it with the paw. No?
That was just you?
No, I'm directly quoting, so you can come check it out. Directly quoting someone. I'm going to get kicked out of my house. And it's going to... Are you okay?
Yeah.
And it's going to be this guy's fault. He totally didn't just type it in the duration of time it took you to walk over here. Whoa, indestructibility, not fun. Your wife just paused with that reaction. I love it.
I wanted to use that word, but I couldn't come up with the comeback. It's fast enough.
Gosh.
Just throw me a bones, guys.
She says throw her a bone. Oh, God. She's just pawed by your puns. These perfect quotes. Oh, gosh. So brutal. Whoo-wee. All right. Oh, it's too funny. It's too funny. More like perfect. It works really well if you use a southern accent or a New Jersey accent. I can't do it. Can you do a New Jersey accent?
You did pretty okay.
Yeah.
No. You did gorgeous.
There you go. You're from Australia. Why? How different is it when you use the word paw? Jay, you have the strangest tales to tell. Oh God, I'm gonna roll over. Too much. No, I should just sit and stay. Okay. You pulled a 4-star Scarlet Witch from the free Grandmaster. I already have her, but good to show her some love. Hey, either she's already max sigged, and you didn't need it, or and you got an extra sig crystal there, or she's not max sigged, and those sigs showing some good value. I feel it. I'm slowly max sigging my Scarlet Witch, as we know. Okay, and did you know in Australia, paw is pronounced more like poor, but you don't hard R it like Americans do, so it's like paw. I can't do it. No Australian accent for me, but I can understand why that makes the puns not work at all. But if you put a cowboy hat on and then pretend to be an American, you would be able to make the puns. I'm not saying that cowboy hats are denotive of being American, but if we're doing it for the joke, I feel like they are. Like, that's your standard. When people are, like, making fun of America, it's always someone with a cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
And a cheeseburger in their hand.
Oh, yeah. Gotta have a cheeseburger in their hand. And in the other hand, it's gotta be French fries. I don't even know how to do an Australian accent. Let me see. Australian. I'm terrible at these things, so you're just so you know.
Just think Outback commercials.
I don't even know. Oh, I can't think of anything that wouldn't come off as extremely bigoted. Like it's all like kangaroos and throwing it on the Barbie.
No wallabies.
I can't think of anything that doesn't come off as extremely bigoted in the center. I'll have to maybe look into it and see if I can come up with something at least reasonable so it doesn't come off terrible. The only thing I do know is the sauce. You don't put the sauce in the fridge, because that is a sin. The sauce. Yeah, you don't want to hear my accents. They're terrible. I can't even do an Asian accent, and I'm literally Asian. I've got a pretty good Chicago accent, though. Hopefully, I'll get something good from the next 5-star, at least a high demigod tier. You're also waiting for the free legendary crystals from Love is a Battle Realm event. Yeah, Tazo, I'm really excited for these GMCs. Who put sauce in the fridge? Bad people, the center. Sinners do. Jomama, then you probably love that extra Sigstone crystal. I love those. Your second account very quickly becoming better than your first account, America. Very, very quickly.
But what if you open it and it says you have to refrigerate it after opening?
It does say you have to refrigerate it after opening. They still put it in the cupboard. I'm really excited because when I make this video, I might get accused of like stealing other people's ideas. I have an Annihilus video I need to make this weekend, I think, on how to play Annihilus and why you're playing him wrong. I like looked into his abilities, And essentially what you're going to do is like try to get to 3 or 4 stifles on a rotation, throw a special 1, pause the stifles, use the increased power gain to throw like a second special 1, and then you're going to ramp up to a special 2 and throw the special 2. And if you can do that rotation properly, you can get like 7 Furies. Like it's a really good feeling. But at the very least, you're going to want to get like 1 special 1 off. That's just damn cringe. It's all cringe, America. I live for the meme. And I don't take myself too seriously, to be honest. If I took myself seriously, well, I wouldn't have as much fun as I do here. As long as it's not harming nobody. Oh. Oh, because of the grammar. I was able to read it fairly well. I just kind of filled in the blanks. You never know. Maybe English isn't your second language. Maybe English is your second language. There we go. Only took 2 tries. Yeah, the center. That's why I was like, I don't want to do an Australian accent, because that's straight where my accent would be coming from. Or Kangaroo Jack. Remember the kangaroo? Steve Backshaw. All right. It'll have to be after, but it's in my search bar. Man, one of the first pictures of this guy is him holding like, it's an owl, right? A horned owl. Already respect. Laser beam? What? What? Now y'all are just playing tricks on me. We'll go this way. This has been fun so far. Alright, so it's like 8 o'clock. I'm at the end of my rotation. I thought Steve Irwin had a son who was pretty much Steve Irwin, but not dead. What? What?
You're not wrong, but you didn't have to word it like that.
That's how he worded it.
Oh.
It's not my wording. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to watch this movie now to understand that reference so I can come back from the future and then respond. Rob Irwin. Thank you. Yeah, see, that's Steve Irwin Jr. Rob is a weird name to give someone for Junior, but, you know, it is what it is. You want to pull up a chair? Yeah. Nah? Are you sure? You're done with the puns? Unite. I don't feel like... Do you feel like I threw you under the bus? Alright, I got a what do you mean? So I did not throw her directly under the bus at least. Let's go see how war is going. Hopefully people have moved a little bit. Does feel good to see my units go back up. Good champs to directly to 100% Act 5. Miracle YT, you're going to want to check out my taxis spreadsheet video. So it's like the best taxis. MCOC. So it's this one here. This one. Here's your best spreadsheet. I wouldn't really... Blade's pretty good, especially if he's awakened, high sig. But pretty much all of these champions are going to be like some of your best champions for 100%ing Act 5. Act 5, you kind of got to take a little bit with a little bit of salt. Just because you do want to like scout the paths ahead and make sure you're walking in with proper matchups. But honestly, hard hitting or good sustains are going to be your best friends, because when you go for that 100%, it just takes a long time. So you want to have like sustain or fast fights or a mixture of the two, to be honest, just to make it feel not as rough. So let's see, I need to burn through some energy here, so we'll carry through master difficulty. Just difficulty 1, so we don't need Venom the Duck. A tier 1 tier 5 basic, so pretty close to rank 5 Corvus or Caps duped. I would rank 5 Corvus. Captain America Infinity War is still going to provide you with all the utility he does at rank 4, but Corvus, his whole shtick is blowing things up really, really fast. And, you know, those stats are going to mean the most on him, in my opinion. But technically, I think Captain America Infinity War has more longevity. But we're talking about Act 6.3 and beyond here. So, you know, just be mindful of that. Jay, are there any questions you have about the Australian stereotype? Yeah, the center. How often do you see kangaroos in Australia? And how often do you throw the shrimp on the Barbie? And does anyone use the word Barbie to mean grill? That was a lot of questions in a very short period of time. I'm very curious about the Australian stereotypes. I actually have and talked to people who live in Australia, but I've never asked them these questions directly. Yeah, Unit Man is probably the best rank 5 for an Act 5 100%. How's it going, Lewis? Lewis Condon? Something like that. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that's how it is. Good to have you on the stream. You jumped in right at the right time. We're quizzing someone on the stereotypes of Australia and the truth behind it. It's a real Mythbusters episode. Kangaroos are usually seen in most rural areas, so that's legit. That's pretty cool. You don't think people throw shrimp on the Barbie, and the word Barbie is used, but rarely. Oh, cool. So if I used it, I'd just be weird. But I could use it. That's okay with me. There we go. What'd you say? Corgi. From Rachel? No. Did you like that page, Corgi Cavalcade?
No, I never. What?
It's like a Corgi page.
No, I want to turn Corgi
Huh?
into a D&D creature.
What?
Yeah, look how cute.
That is awesome. What's that first ability? Can I read? Oddball Thief. +2 strength. I don't know if they get +2 dexterity. That's. They can speak K9, 2 to bluff, 2 to nature. They should have +2 strength, +2 charisma. You gain a +2 racial bonus to your perception checks. Nice. Fey origin. Okay, that's how they're doing it. It's a fey creature.
Yeah, little koalas.
I would play this class. Can they see? This is a corgi class in Dungeons and Dragons. That badass. Thank you. Just so they know that I'm not talking about anything crazy. Center says I can use the word Barbie. It'll just be weird because it's rarely used, but that's okay. I can still use it. Can you have a kangaroo or a koala as a pet? Ooh, I'd like to know the answer to that question as well.
My question
9.
me neither.
So my Captain Marvel is duped. Should I max her as a 5-star for Act 5? Because I was watching and saw how well she helps on the video. America YT, Captain Marvel movie as a 5-star rank 5 will cruise through Act 5. For, I think, pretty much all of the fights. Especially if you have a Nick Fury and like a Deadpool X-Force. Just turn on at least like the bleed suicides, but you should turn on both. And then between the indestructibility, the bleed, the extra heal, and then damage, like your problem fights are going to be fights where the opponent is stun immune or armor break immune. Those are the ones where like your damage isn't going to be too great, so you're going to want to have someone else for those paths. But Captain Marvel movie will definitely help out. She does have some really good damage. She also might not be the best answer for 5.3, but you know, 5.3 is a slog no matter what. Just kind of can't be helped. Damn, you old. I'm 30. 4-star Captain Marvel movie. Yeah, I wouldn't do a 4-star Captain Marvel movie for Act 5 100%. Act 5 completion, totally. But Act 5 100%, you're going to want a better taxi than her. Just the 4-star, the damage isn't going to push you through. You know, you're not going to be able to solo all the way through. Let's see. None. Combo Zam, if you're on the stream and watching, you need to let me know. Joe Mama, thanks for being quicker than me. Ooh, when you were friendly, you timed out. I go straight for the band hammer. The center, it's you. All right. I can accept then. Yeah, America, my logic is, you know, it only bans you for, like, the one stream. So I just go straight for that button, you know. Hey, Joe Mama, I'm glad to make half the game good. It's a mighty fine compliment. Mighty fine compliment. Yeah, Joe Mama, that was quick. Like, I hadn't even put my hand on my mouse yet by the time you had hit that. So I'm very, very impressed. Let's see, Venom. Rob Estrada, Venom is... I actually agree with the people who think Venom is underrated. Champ is pretty strong. Whoa. Okay, my game is bugged. Good to know. I think he's just a little underrated. My biggest thing on Venom is, especially after watching KT1, like, I just don't see any incentive to rank 5 him. I think that's my biggest problem. I just feel like he does everything you need him to do as a rank 4. Yeah, double P. I don't even know how you would go about convincing someone of something like that. Rob Estrada, Venom does have a regeneration. On his special 1, he has a chance to Omnom buffs. And when he does successfully Omnom, he heals. And so as long as the opponent has like not a ton of buffs, so he's not like a reliable nullify, but if it's like an occasional buff here or there, it's a really good way to get some free cheeky health. America, Quake is okay for Act 5 100%. She's good in the sense that you're going to bypass most of the content, if not all of it. Yeah, most, because there's still some like passive damage that's power gain champs. The only issue with Quake on Act 5 100% is like, you know, it's taxing, you know? There's definitely a lot of effort there. But if you are trying to push it and you're not afraid of the energy tax, like personal player energy tax, she is really good for Act 5 100%. And honestly, if you haven't like 100% at Act Variant 2, just in general, I would recommend max ranking a Quake. Rob Estrada, no. Venom does not need his Awakened ability. His Awakened ability is nice to have. It adds a little bit of potency to his buffs. Also gives you an extra buff to start, sometimes 2, but far from needed. Just maybe makes him feel a little bit stronger. I would say somewhere between 10 to 15% stronger, but really that's it. Variant 2 is the mystery in the micro realms. That's the glancing one, the one where you have to bring extra large champions or suffer damage back. How's it going, boy band? Ooh. Whoops. There we go. Straight for the ban. Oh, Harry's being polite and saying hi back. The center, have you heard of a snack called Shapes? America, it definitely is frustrating sometimes. I just don't have a problem just going straight for the ban. You know, people can do if that's gonna keep you interested. You know, if my thing is it takes up our time as much as it takes theirs. You know, so long as it's a person and not a bot. You know, whatever makes you enjoy life. You know, or get social interaction of some sort. Maybe not the way I'd spend my time, but you could argue that me spending all this time on MCOC is just as much of a waste of time. Told me he just got a 4-star Arcus. Ooh, America. Sympathy to your friend. I heard they're like the US version of Doritos. I wanted to know if you think that statement is accurate or not. Because my issue with Shapes, the snack, is that it's not shapes, it is shape. Like, you only get one shape. I just kind of feel like it's a little bit of a false advertising. So crushed it, America. You went straight for the throat. Friends like, I got a 4-star vision Arcus, and America's straight up like, I got a clairvoyant. So what? Savage. Oh god. Whew. Brutal. Just no holding back there. Uh, shapes aren't corn chips. What are they primarily then? Hopefully... Ooh, someone already took the electrode down. Let's see, it's 8. So I'm going to have maybe 2 more energy after this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're forcing it. But I can give this energy to my alliance. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta not suck in this reverse controls one. Kind of important. Not bad. Not bad. Nice, America. I appreciate you working as kind of a publicist for me today. Lots of support on the stream from you. It's always appreciated. Nice. That was not a bad fight. Definitely think that could have gone worse. I think it's similar to crackers. Well, we have flavored crackers. I definitely would like it if we called crackers shapes instead. But I would also like it more if they had multiple shapes instead of just shape. It is a bag of shape. Just saying. No salt, just calling it like it is. All right, we can go back into the arena now. Safe to do so. Start up our 5-star rotation. Not bad, not bad. Whoa, okay. A doctor published. Just pulled a 4-star stealth suit Spidey, Emiliano. That feels good. Have you seen any of the hype about stealth suit? Do you know about the like alternate play style? Just like kind of the weird comboing and stuff to make sure you're getting the Fury and the Precision buff. Because Stealth Suit is an awesome champ. I have the 5-star ranked up to rank 3. And I'm lucky I pulled the 6-star right when I was going to rank 4 him. So I'm actually going to rank 2 my 6-star. So congratulations on like a really, really good pull there. Even as a 4-star, Stealth Suit Spider has really good utility value. How well do I think 4-star Sunspot would do for Act 5? It's not going to be the worst, but definitely not the best. Start Sunspot. Yeah, I'd probably bring someone else, to be honest. But Sunspot would at least be decent for like the Act 5.3. Because his damage is high enough that the 50% reduced damage isn't going to be a bad time. But definitely better options out there. Emiliano, yeah, I wouldn't force it. Like, it depends on what your other skill options are, but you can feel comfortable rank 5ing a 4-star Stealth Suit Spider-Man, because you'll always have the anti-unstoppable value with him, right? Which might not hold value forever, but it will hold value for a pretty long time. And Stealth Suit hits pretty hard. Yeah, pretty much those two things. There were many other 4-stars I would rank 5 first, but Unstoppable is probably one of the most annoying mechanics in the game. So having a response to that definitely makes for a really good time. Even your Pringles are smaller, but Pringles are like a set size. It just feels like a ripoff, mate. Unless it's just the container, because like the size. If you know Bo Burnham, he has this like song where he sings like, "My hand's too big for the Pringles can. I can't fit my hand inside of a Pringles can." I'm not singing the song. I'm just saying the lyrics. Freaking hilarious. And it does make me wish that Pringles cans in general, you know, were either like wide and flat, or just always the short ones that you can like actually get all the chips out of without, you know, getting your hand stuck inside of a Pringles can. Man, uh, America, yeah, are you getting that crystal anxiety? If that's what you're having, I understand where you're coming from. Ooh, that is not a lot of Pringles. That is like, that's like half a serving of Pringles. It's like a quarter of a serving of Pringles. Let's be real. Okay, in the US, the full Pringles can is a serving for me. So that's like 1/10 of a serving of Pringles. I'm blessed. I didn't see the video. Props to Double P. Hit it before I could even read the message. But I can just read the person's account name and know it was a targeted troll. Tom Papa. I've never heard that name, so I'll look into it. Let me add that to my search bar after I hopefully win this fight against Killmonger. Damn. I'm gonna lose this fight. We're just gonna... Tom Papa. Alright, let's add it. Just because of Pringles? I think Bo Burnham's best stuff is before he got famous. When he was like completely rated R. There we go. Okay. Iceman on fisticuffs. Maybe not where I would put Iceman. That's a little weird. But hey, you know, maybe there's a logic there that I'm not catching. Ooh, America, good luck. That's gonna be a rough fight. Just remember that it's the second attack against Medusa that gets auto-blocked, so you can safely intercept her as long as you only one hit. Yeah, my whole family thinks I'm gay. I love that song. That song is hilarious. I like one of the things he does in one of his skits is, and you have to watch the whole skits to know, is not just the songs, but is he like does this like weird antic thing where he like moves his arms like this and like goes over the side. He's like, every moment could be a comedic moment, don't waste it or squander it, or something like that. And I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but I thought it was hilarious. It's just really campy, and just like lots of props for Bo Burnham for literally like ironically being unironic, just being really, really good at that. too bad you can't ban people by IP address. Yeah. Unfortunately, bigger servings of everything might make for better food, but does not make for better health, unfortunately. Yeah, the cost ratio is definitely a whole different thing. Oi. She-Hulk has some damage. I wasn't even paying attention. I think I won the first one, though, so I think we're okay. I might need to focus through just while I'm sandbagging. Oh, yeah. Texas has a good reason to be overweight, though. Their food is so freaking good. Top-notch food in Texas. Oh, I'm going to lose one of these, at least. Let's go for it. Chomama, you have 7 kids? I feel like you've told me that before. It still sounds like a lot. At least the oldest one is finally reaching an age of, like, independence. Although I guess you could technically say 18, but I feel like 23-ish is when that becomes relevant. Dang, he had to go straight into a special 3. Probably gonna die here. Ah, couldn't even get my special 2 off.
It's only one more kid than my family.
Yeah, and your family has a lot of kids.
Shut up.
Alright, let's... Oh, I'm so gonna die here. Please don't bleed. Alright. Let's see. Also, GameStop is games here. Jay, any straight fire freestyle so far you might have missed? That's a negative, Mark Wilson. I don't know of any YouTube safe freestyle music. I freestyle a lot better when I have a beat. But I could definitely give it a go if you'd like. I don't mind requests, you know, as long as you don't mind amateur. Because amateur I am. Hold on. Thanks, Mark Wilson. That was a rarity rarity. I haven't done. I think that was the first time I've done a freestyle like that in a year at least. We were going pretty nuts with the puns earlier. That was positively creative. Did I make you mad?
You're in the doghouse.
I'm in the doghouse? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Love it. Love it. Maybe the center. Wouldn't be bad. America, good job. Who did you end up using for that fight? Oh, bad. Wow. That's embarrassing. I needed to win that one. Ah, you forced it. Hey, sometimes that's what you got to do in war. There we go. Sentinel and Invisible Woman destroys her. Double P, hopefully not. It would be nice if you can keep that win streak up, because that's how you climb ranks fast, you know? Our next force lock has been insane. Oof. Emiliano, at least Karnak's dupe is relevant. You know, shrugging debuffs faster, reduced poison damage, you know? Gives you I think it also turns willpower into like a 0.085% heal or something like that. You know, it's not the absolute worst. Not the best, not the absolute worst. Mark Wilson, officially, today is the first time I'm announcing it, but I will have a set schedule for streams. Mondays and Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's not to say I won't be on and live outside of those times. It's just that I'm going to say for now, at least I'll be online and live during those times. So, you know, like in today, for example, I've been live since 7. You know, and that might happen often, or I might go live at 7:30 and stay on till like 10 o'clock. So yeah, we're going to work with that. And then the goal is to maybe have to adjust that time like once or twice as I kind of get used to it. I'm not really used to doing a set stream schedule. So I'd like to just kind of tentatively go in and see how it handles. And if I need to adjust it, I'll adjust it. But hopefully that's what it stays as. And then, you know, standard spontaneous streams outside of Mondays and Thursdays as well. You know. Ooh, double P. It would be awesome to hear you break in Plat 3, especially with the rewards buff. I'm starting to feel like Alliance War is really worth... I'm starting to feel like Alliance War is really worth pushing. There we go. Yevon Knight, I'm there with you. And I say Howard the Duck is the worst champion, not because his abilities are the worst, but because, like, you shouldn't have to ever feel like you need to mute your game in order to play a champion. And that's how I feel about Howard the Duck. I have comments for why Kamala Khan isn't the worst champion in the game, but they're not safe to say while my wife is in the room. So, we'll leave it at that. Joe Fixit. It's not a bad vote. For me, it's all about champions that I like lose my streaks with, or they like consistently lose me fights. So Vulture is pretty high up there for me. Personally, yeah, I'm playing a little edgy today with the wife. She definitely might kick me out the house. Hasn't happened yet, but if it does, that would be the reason why. Can't blame her either. I would deserve it. Ooh. Yeah, Groot's pretty bad, especially considering how strong he is in the Marvel Universe. I would have liked to see a little love for Groot. Mark Wilson, King Groot, especially as a 6-star, there's some misleading value there. Like, he's super tanky, insane amounts of regeneration and sustain. So you might consider reevaluating. You know, not great if you're looking for fast fights, but it's pretty damn hard to die with King Groot. I'm just saying. So, you know, something to be mindful of. You know, and a 6-star King Groot's always going to have value on defense for you. You know, not that you'll be rank 2ing him anytime soon, but it's a decent diversity with solid defense value. It's just an annoying fight overall. Emiliano, I play tons of games outside of MCOC. I used to play League of Legends, not anymore, but like these days I still play Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, as well as trying to think of anything recently. Wow, Groot sucks, dude. Yeah, see, Double P's nailed it. The sustain on King Groot is just insane. He almost deserves to be on the taxi list, except he's too slow to be valuable. Somehow I feel like you're not.
I am. You will be punished later.
Punished later? Alright, sorry about that. Siege is a good game, as well as Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I play that as well. Emiliano, you know, Siege's state's not changed much. To me, Siege will never be the competitive gun game that Counter-Strike Global Offensive is. Just because, like, when you watch Siege, it's a very reaction-based game. It's a very tactical reaction-based game. I'm just not a fan. Because like, there's only so many tricks. But Siege, it's still fun to play, and that's really what's important. It's like the game is wicked fun to play. And it's relatively accessible, so a lot there. Mark Wilson, is there a new Mario Kart, or are you referring to one of the old ones? Because I feel like the last Mario Kart I got really into was Mario Kart Double Dash. Here we go, the center. Here comes the Aegon. Yes, on mobile. I did not know there was a Mario Kart for mobile. I've learned something new today. Waiting for the anticipated 4-star pull from the center. I've been teased. Right now I'm a silver 1. I don't play the game competitively anymore. I only play competitive because it's more serious and casual. I think the highest I ever got was Gold Nova. But I'm not... My reaction time is crap. Like, I have a really, really, really slow reaction time, but a very, very high predictive time, if that makes sense. So essentially... like, you know when you get flashbanged and you opt through the flash because you just like time it to when they push? I'm really good at that, like crazy shit like that, or like wall banging, or getting like an op headshot when people are trying to cross mid on Dust 2. Really good at that stuff. Someone pushes me and I need to like flick and get a wicked shot. My reaction speed is like greater than half a second, which is really, really low for a game like Counter-Strike, so I don't do very well in that regard. Just kind of saying. So, I have a bit more than 714 hours on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Let me check. On CSGO, I've got 966 hours, and that's just on this account. I have 3 CSGO accounts, because I used to play with like my friends. Yeah, there's really no good reason to have more than one, but I couldn't play ranked with them unless I made alternative accounts, to be honest. As well as I used to share a Steam account with my older brother. So I don't even know how many hours I had back then, because that's when I used to play a lot more. You didn't need a babysitter when you had... That's okay. Mario Kart 64 is all the babysitter you need. The center, let's just say it's close enough. That's pretty bad. I'm sorry. Hopefully you get a God tier pull on a premium hero crystal. Let's see. America YT. How close to Harambe did this Cheetah look? I'm just saying, you know, a 100,000 tribute to Harambe could be warranted. Not by me, but just in general. Puts me at 27 4-star champs, so I'm getting closer to that. Oh, it says 1 next to my profile. One day, the center. One day. Hopefully it's a 5-star Aegon, followed by a 5-star Aegon dupe first. You know, I never got into the Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart. I'm probably too young to appreciate it. I loved the Super Nintendo games, just never got into the Mario Kart version. America, are you referencing the guy who ate the banana that was on display? Because that happened. There was like, I think it was like a $2,000 art banana or something, or like a ridiculously overpriced banana art, and someone walked by and ate it. TRSH, name I can't pronounce. I would not take 5-star Omega Red to rank 4 unawakened. Not unless you run suicides, and only if you're running suicides, I would only do it if you absolutely don't have anyone else. You know, and you're like maybe got tier 2 alpha expiring. The original CS I played on the Xbox, it was solid. You know, when my parents shut off the internet because I was a bad kid, CS, the original CS on Xbox is what got me through. Just gonna say. Smash Bros. Everybody likes Smash Bros. 64. Smash Bros. 64 smelled so laggy to me. Maybe that's just me. No problem. Glad I could help. America, I'm just past 10 months, I think. I'm like a little past 300 days. I was 6. Lag doesn't matter. Fair enough. I actually wasn't a gamer until I was somewhere between 12 and 14. Before then, I was actually a book reader. I used to read anywhere from 10 to 30 books a week. Like, I would go to the library and I would check out 4 books and then go home and then read those 4 books and then go to the library and check out 4 more books. Which is really cool because my library had a 2-book checkout limit and the librarian made an exception for me.
So sad.
What do you mean that's so sad?
A 2-book limit?
Oh, I thought you were saying it's sad that she made an exception for me. I was like, it was nice of her, I thought. There we go. 3 years, America. Hey, I know a lot of people who've taken a lot of ramp up in the last year. You know, it's just about when you decide to pick it up and really, really make that push. Till I got to It. That put me off reading Forever the Center. Yeah, It is definitely a good way to do it. I was really into books until I got into video games. And then video games took over my life. And I haven't looked back. I miss books sometimes. And then I play Marvel. Double P, Round 1 is my favorite arcade, and I need to find a good one around here because I love arcades. Like you said, it's tough to find a good one. America, my alliance is rank gold 2. Could do a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. Emiliano, I'd like to see for starters, I would like to see less of the annoying pop-up deals that pop up after everything. Like the ones that are completely useless that like you know hardly anyone is buying. I think those ones are just kind of unnecessary. I understand the psychological value of them, but I don't like them. And I think that it honestly detracts from the game because it's just like a constant nuisance. I feel that just adds unwarranted negativity. Other than that, I think I would like to see Acts 1, 2, and 3, or at least Acts 1 and 2 cost 0 energy. So new players can push through that content immediately. Like you still have to do it, but at least you're not time gated anymore. I think 30 minutes on Alliance Quest and Alliance War is too low. I think that, you know, everybody would really like it, but I think it also comes with like the backlash of affecting the hardcore players who do no life the game. I think lowering just like the time limit, I don't think they need to change the duration of time that you play, like on energy cooldown. I think they just need to up the amount of energy you can store. So instead of storing 5 energy, you can store like 7 or 8. You know, so you still reward the people who are super active, but you don't punish people for not logging in literally every 5 hours. I think that would add a lot to the game. I think locking people out of Arena would be nice eventually, you know, and then expanding upon Arena, because right now it just feels really transparent. I think getting rid of the whole deathmatch system, I think that is bogus. Make it so Infinite Streak is like readily and easily accessible. Like the fact that you have to go out of your way to set it up, I think is unnecessary. And it should just be available to everybody. So I think those are like my first major targets. After that, I think what they are doing in endgame content, even Abyss of Legends, I think all that stuff is fine. Abyss of Legends, my complaint is that it's damage per hit that matters, but not damage per second. But in a game like Marvel Contest of Champions, as long as like the next big content is damage per second and they like alternate, I don't see anything wrong with that. So that's just off the top of my head. It's a little tough to answer that question without some forethought, to be honest, because I feel like there's a lot that could be done to improve the game. America 36 YT. I got so good at the game by trying really, really hard. Lots and lots and lots of YouTube videos. Lots and lots and lots of verses. And then a little bit of raw talent. I've always been pretty good at games in general, so that definitely helps. But if you watch some of my earlier videos, you can watch me getting face rolled, you know? It's just a matter of not getting frustrated and just actively playing a shit ton, you know? Pardon my language. Ooh, back when Black Ops 2 came out for PS4. Yeah, it's crazy how you switch from PlayStation 4 to a mobile video game there, Joe Mama. I'm just saying. Mark Wilson, thank you. I do have the cheat code of Wallet Man on my side. I guess Unit Man probably sounds better. Let's go with Unit Man. That's the ultimate cheat code. But also, you know, tons and tons and tons of grinding. But other things like MCOC, like one of the nice things about being a gamer is that your gaming skills compound. So like Marvel's a lot of dodging AI and stuff. And AI is predictable. So as long as you're good at predicting AI, it's not too hard of a game to get used to. And then from there, it's all about recognizing things and patterns that can move forward. Like I was able to almost immediately learn long shots specials and how to dodge them after only seeing them once. And that's just a matter of instantly being able to classify his special into one of 3 categories: lasers, projectiles, or physical. So like the special one is laser followed by projectile. And once you've got that mentality of, oh, it's a laser projectile, laser followed by projectile, it's like super easy to dodge. So, you know, small things like that, classifying and then understanding and evaluating the game from a perspective other than, oh, I'm playing, really helps accelerate how fast you can learn a game. How pissed do I reckon Konamisian gets when someone buys a deal with free-to-play units? The center, I'm actually, I'm a person who believes that free-to-play players are one of the big driving force of MCOC. Believe it or not, it's not just the whales that keep a free-to-play game living. But it's also the free-to-play players, because you got to think the whales enjoy this game because they whale to be on top. And if you're not on top of anyone, what's the point of being on top? I think that's the way I want to say that sentence, and we're gonna lock that one in. Marvel Strike Force is boycotting the game. Is there a reason? Because I don't think you really need a reason to boycott Marvel Strike Force. Why are you playing Marvel Strike Force is probably my follow-up question. When do I think MROC? What is MROC? What does that stand for? The center, Marvel this game technically falls under what's called a gacha game or a loot box game. And there's plenty of other games that have similar mechanics where you like hardcore grind for resources and then you progress and there's like story content and stuff. That's just about picking your poison. Yeah, I'm not much of a console player. Marvel Realm of Legends. Marvel Realm of Champions. I don't know what that is. And yes, Joe Mama, I'm saying if you're not first, you're last. There is no such thing as second or third place. And if you don't have two first names, you might as well not have a first name at all. That's why I'm going to be naming my kids Ricky Bobby and Mary Joe. And that'll be the day my wife divorces me. Also from Kabam. I'll have to look into it, but I don't see myself playing any of the other Kabam games. They don't look great from what I've seen, and I don't have any high expectations for one in the future, to be honest. Noah Giovanni Malone Woodley. Quite a mouthful. Wowza, the center. Did I say it right, though? That is a name. Joe Mama, I'm glad you love this channel. I'm glad I got that reference. Very rare. Overall chance for like thing. I'm sorry, but crystal opening wheel is so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I've totally sheltered and bubbled myself from the cow whale thing. I know there's been some videos going on, but I've actively avoided watching them just because I like, sometimes you see a video and you just know this is going to be a negative video. And especially for Marvel, I try to stay away from those. I can't help it. There's enough of negative videos out there that I can't fully avoid them. I get baited in. I click on them myself. But there's just so much negativity in the community. We don't need it. So I try to avoid it when I can. I do love Seaton's videos. He's just always, even when he's getting screwed, he's positive. I like Seaton. Guy's a proper entertaining guy. I'm also a little jealous of Seaton. I would love to get to open that many crystals on the daily. Just crazy. Seaton is essentially the crowd-funded version of Cow Whale. And that man, so jealous. Givarni. I would have never pronounced it that way, the center. That's an accent thing, though, for sure, right? All right, America. What color are 7 stars gonna be then? Pink? I hope they're pink. But give me a little glimpse into the future, mate. Purple. Green will be 7 stars. Purple or green? I could do either of those, I guess. Danny Cody tier list. Maybe. You should definitely expect a Champions I Would Rank 5 video. That's in the works. I've just been getting my ass kicked at work, so I keep putting that video off because it's going to take a long time. I want to do it proper and make sure I cover all my bases before I open it up to people like ripping my opinion to shreds. I love it. Contradict me, debate me, argue with me. I love it. But I want to make sure I'm proper prepared so that I'm at least ready to debate. As far as like a general tier list, it's just so hard for me to do something like that because so many other people have done it. And because I've seen so many other ones, I just know that I couldn't do it justice is the thing. That's why like the tier lists I have are like the Suicide Champ friendly ones and like the Best Champions to Awaken tier list. That one I'll update. But a general tier list, it's just so hard. I don't want to put myself through that. We'll see. Maybe one day. I don't want to say no, but definitely not at the moment. So, rainbow. That would be nice. Full RGB lighting style. I could do that. We're still rocking the 5 stars. Yeah, the center, I do too. Guy puts in some crazy amounts of work for the game. I know it's his job, but still, you know, still deserves the same amount of respect. The things I could do if I didn't have to go to work. Good luck, America. Get that grind on. I'll be closing out eventually anyways, so fret not. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but honestly, I don't pay attention to the borders too much. Like, I think this is the most I've paid attention to them only because of this. I do think it's weird that they had like 4 stars be gold and then they went to red with 5 stars. The blue on the it's not like red, it's more like a lava, right? But I think the 6 stars look cool. 5 stars are a little lacking for sure. Oh man, how many we got left? We're all right, I need to take a break. We're gonna go do some Alliance Quest. It's too much. It's too much. It's my break from Arena is Alliance Quest. Feels bad. All right. not bad. You could always do white, but without the black bits the high tier characters have on the borders. That's not a bad idea. I don't think we'll have to worry too much though about 7 stars approaching the game anytime soon, considering we're still at rank 3 6 stars. You know, we could just as likely see complete color changes on all the borders, you know? Here we go. Alliance quest caught up. That said, I'm losing my mind. So I know I have 5 stars to go, but I'm gonna go get some dessert, I think. I don't know, something. Keep me entertained. Clutch Turkey, that is exactly how I pronounce my name, Jay Silver. Let's go find some crystals to open, and then I'll close out the stream. Thanks for everybody who's been here. Shout out to all of you, you know, who showed up and have left since due to grinding or life in stud era. Let's spin out some battle chips. If I get 200 units from the battle chips, it's going straight to a Cavalier crystal. And if I don't get any units, then I will save my units like a good boy. Or if I get less than 200 units. But if I get 200, it's going straight to a Cavalier crystal. Not on Domino, just a generic one. Here we go. Come on, 200 units. I want to buy a Cavalier crystal. Let me feed the addiction. Longest load ever. It's legit loading. Game's frozen. Hey, that's a Cavalier crystal. That's what I needed to see. Just a regular one, nothing crazy. But we can feed the addiction, just one, no matter what, just one. But kabam, man, you owe me. You owe me after the last 3 stars. What are we gonna get? Look at all those 6 stars that we're not gonna get. That's such a tease. Aw, dude, kabam, man. Thor Ragnarok. So that's 4 3 stars. Oh, that's rough. What's that? 50, 25, 12 and a half, 6% chance? So we're sitting on a 6% chance. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. That said, good hanging out with all of y'all. For sure, you'll at least see me next Monday, but probably before then as well. Talk to you all later. Peace.